Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. Thanks for joining me. If this is your first time with me, my name is Jacqui Mancuso. I am an energy intuitive joining you from Northern Illinois. If you are one of my regulars, you might be able to hear the congestion in my voice right now. I am not feeling very well at all, so today is going to be a very quick um, insight timer session. I just wanted to hop on and let you guys know what's happening in the skies over the weekend because I've been talking about this major shift of energy coming up. And then I think I'll be able to pull one card for you guys, but I'm not in a place today to channel any energy for you. So I'm just giving you a heads up right now. But we'll talk about what's going on over the weekend. I'll pull a card to help us figure out how to use the energy, and then I think that's going to be it for today. I'll be back here on Monday before the solar eclipse to give all that energy and all the explanation about that. So, again, I think my chat might be defective because normally you guys would say hello by now. So I guess this is my soapbox. I'm just gonna start talking. Whoa, here we go. They all just came in. Fiona, thank you for sending love and healing energy. Hello, Bonnie. Hello, Helen. Jacqui, good morning. Bummer about your health. Sending healing energy your way. Thanks, Jacqui. Thank you, Tony. And hi, Christine. Thank you. It's all right. So I stayed in a hotel over the week, and I think the heater was just probably like nasty. Like they probably just didn't clean their air filters. Um, yeah, it's nothing terrible. Just like a sore throat, slight fever kind of stuff. It'll be fine, but I'm just not in a place to channel Reiki and all that stuff. Helen, I thought you were on vacation. I just came home last night. And yeah, we have a lot of stuff going on in the sky, so I didn't want to let you guys down. However, I did have a wonderful vacation. I was near Starved Rock, Illinois. Well, not the town isn't Starved Rock, but the state park is called Starved Rock, so I went to Starved Rock a few times. I went to other parks in the area. Matheson, I think, was one of them. That was like the best. That was really cool because you got to go like down. So to enter that park, you walk down 145 stairs, and then once you get into the park, you can go down even further into like all these like cliffy areas. We went to a place called Buffalo Rock. Buffalo Rock, yes, and there's live buffalo there, and one of them playfully charged at my husband, so that was kind of fun. Um, and yeah, you're up above the Illinois River there, and my husband and I are both pretty adventurous, so we like walked off the path and we got as close to the cliff as we could. Yeah, it was a fun vacation, and I went horseback riding yesterday. Dust and mold could be really bad. Yeah, Christine, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it was. Carmina, chicken bone broth. Thank you for the suggestion. Helen, Alien Nation. Yes, I sent Helen a few pictures. I did pick up a Halloween decoration of an alien skeleton because I had to. And then there was an Area 51 like decked out Jeep on the street somewhere, and it had, I don't know if you could see it in the picture, Helen, but there was an alien like sitting in the front seat, and it had all these like alien catcher stickers all over it. So yeah, it was definitely it was an alien vacation for sure. Good morning, Jane. Jackie's been to Starved Rock. Yeah, it's a pretty common Illinois destination. Carmen, good morning. Jacqui from Toronto. Hello, Carmen. Miriam, good morning. I hope I will feel better too. Bonnie, it's the Akashic Record Park. Is that where you go sometimes, Bonnie? I love it. So let's just talk about what's going on in the skies. We'll pull a card, and then I think that's it. So tomorrow we're getting this like blast up. Oh, Bonnie, I love it. Yes, all those stairs going down. Beautiful. So tomorrow we're gonna get like one final blast of Libra energy before things shift over to Scorpio energy on Sunday. So tomorrow the sun is coming to conjunct Venus exactly. We talked about this on Monday, but tomorrow is when the sun will actually be conjunct Venus in Libra. So the sun is shining his light on this beautiful planet of beauty all happening in Libra, right? Bringing balance and harmony back to our love, bringing harmony into our relationships, and just shining that light on that, amplifying that whole energy. Tomorrow, also, Mercury in Libra is trine to Saturn in Aquarius. So Mercury is bringing a little bit of lightheartedness to this ending of Saturn's retrograde period. Saturn has been retrograde since June 4th, and he is about to turn direct. We'll talk about that in just a second. And tomorrow, we are also having the moon enter Libra. So we have just boom, boom, boom. All of this, like, here's a plate full of Libra before Sunday. Ha ha ha. Sunday, the sun enters Scorpio, and Venus also enters Scorpio, and Saturn is changing direction. So Saturn is going to station direct on Sunday. And then we'll talk more about this on Monday, but on Monday we have the moon coming conjunct to Mercury in Libra, so we get another little, like, all right, here's like your last breath of fresh air. And then Tuesday is the solar eclipse new moon happening in Scorpio. So throughout this Libra season, we've been very good at, like, keeping things balanced. We've been finding our balance. Hopefully you guys have been finding your peace, your inner peace, because now it's time to dive into the taboo. That's what Scorpio is all about. Scorpio is the sign of exposing secrets, specifically secrets regarding sex and money, like big money, like other people's money. Scorpio is the sign of death and rebirth. So death can be a painful process, but then out of it comes a chance for a beautiful rebirth. It all depends on how you use the energy. And this could be death in all ways. This could be a physical death. This could be a psychological death. So dying off old ways of thinking, right? Old habitual patterns. And it can also be a symbolic death. So the death of a relationship, the death of a phase, the death of a job or a place, you know? And Scorpio also brings up themes of what we bury and what we repress. So this new moon solar eclipse on Tuesday might be bringing up some of these things that you haven't seen for quite some time, which doesn't have to be a scary thing, right? There's actually, I was just talking to my oldest sister the other day about stuff in the family we haven't talked about in like 15 years, and I was like excited. I'm like, oh, I repressed some of this stuff, like, let's bring it back up. I'm ready to get rid of it, you know? So it doesn't have to be scary, like, oh no, I don't know what's going to come up. No, things are going to come up that you are ready to process at this time. The universe never does anything to you. It always does things for you. So with, the Scorpio energy, we're going to be in Scorpio season for a month, and Scorpio is a fixed water sign. So this fixed energy gives us the energy to just put our heads down and sustain the dig. Scorpio likes to dig down, get under the layers, understand things more deeply, right? So the taboo, like, if you're interested in diving into some conspiracy theories over the next month, this is a good time to do it. You'll have the energy of Scorpio supporting you to dig down, you know, and not finish until you've gotten all the answers that you're looking for. On Sunday, we also have Saturn stationing direct. He is going to turn direct at 18 degrees of Aquarius, which is also a fixed sign. So we have more of this fixed energy in the sky. So Saturn is the planet of rules, boundaries, limitations, and discipline. And he's been retrograde since June 4th. And when a planet turns retrograde, it turns the energies inwards. So since June, have you been redefining boundaries to yourself? Have you been redefining your own discipline? The limitations you place on yourself. Maybe you've been doing a really good job of not having 4 candy bars at night. Maybe you're just having 2. We could take astrology lighthearted all the time. And now when he turns direct, this is a time to reflect on your wins. Okay, reflect on the ways in your life that you have maybe tweaked your limitations, tweaked your boundaries for yourself. Ask yourself what you've learned over the last June, July, August, September, October, 4.5 months, and reflect on what you have changed as far as your discipline, your boundaries, your own inner rules for yourself. So, yeah, that could be a deep reflection. All of this happening right as everything is entering Scorpio. So that is what that's what's happening over this weekend. And again, I invite you to not like expect anything to happen. Having the understanding of what's going on helps you just embrace, and then when something does kind of go wrong, you can have it in the back of your head like, oh, that's how Scorpio is showing himself today, got it. You know, it's not about waking up Sunday like looking around like what's going to happen, you know, what secrets are going to get exposed today. No, just live your life as normal, go with the flow, and then if something begins to make you uncomfortable, think like, all right, well, what's going on with the planets today? That's usually how I prefer to use astrology, honestly. I look in retrospect, you know, I just live my life, I do what I feel like doing because we still have free will regardless of what's going on in the skies. And then when something doesn't sit right, or if something doesn't make sense, I'll turn to the chart and be like, oh, that's right, you know, Venus is in Libra, that's why I want my time to be so balanced, you know, things like that. Things like that. Christine card number 3 popped in my head, and we're only having one. Perhaps in another timeline. I pulled 3 cards, and that card was for you. Helen, yes to lightheartedness. Oh, I need a break. You have one day, Helen. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Jackie, fellow Scorpio here, good morning. And Helen, yes, love the death and rebirth cycle. Breakthroughs and clearing energy. It sounds very scary, but I have grown to embrace the death and rebirth cycle because thinking back, like, take yourself back to the least favorite version of yourself. Okay, we've all gone through some weird times, some weird phases. We've all made some bad decisions. Like, take yourself back and just sit with the least favorite version of yourself, the choices you were making, the people you were choosing to associate with, the rules and boundaries you had on yourself, and imagine if you never allowed that version of you to die. If you would have held on to that version of yourself, you wouldn't be where you are today, right? We need to let parts of our lives die off when it's time to die off so that you can rebirth all of this. Like, look around, everything that you have with you right now, like, you have created that. No one else did it for you, and it was all because you allowed yourself to die off the parts of you that were no longer serving you, to make room, to make way for what is beautiful right now. Christine, I love that, Jackie. Live your life. When things hit, just look into it. That's my approach to astrology. It works for me. It doesn't have to work for everyone. So if you guys just joined as I was talking about the astrology, just filling you in, I am not feeling that great today. So instead of doing our normal 3-card pull with some Reiki today, I'm just going to pull 1 card for you guys. I'm going to ask, what energy would best serve you throughout this weekend with all the changes and shifts in the sky over the weekend? What energy would best serve your highest good? Helen, is this session on YouTube? Yes, I will be posting this video on YouTube as well. Hey Nicole, very nice to see you. And as I'm waiting for our card to come out, if you haven't followed me yet on Insight Timer, feel free to give me a follow. I do post all of my updates recaps of my readings. They always go into our spiritual community. It's the group that I have here on Insight Timer. So you can follow our spiritual community. Hello, Anique. Thank you. Thank you, Carmen and Helen. Thanks, Nicole. Katie, hope you feel better. Colds are our body's ways to get rid of what is not working, a la Scorpio. Thanks for bringing that up, Katie, because I was thinking the same thing. Like, my body's telling me it's time to get rid of some of whatever you're holding on to. Right. It's coming out the mucus way. Okay, funny, one of my oracle decks called out to me, and 2 cards came out just before I hopped on. Excited to see what the culminating message is between the 3. I love it, Kay. Thank you, Jackie. So I was talking about our spiritual community. If you also want to follow my YouTube page, just search my name on YouTube. I post all the videos on YouTube if you like to hear me ramble for days and days. I would say if you guys want to work one-on-one with me, you can find my website on my Insight Timer profile. This isn't the best display of what I have to offer, but you guys know. You guys know. Oh, whew, I got chills. Alright, guys. I don't know what this card means, but we did have a card come out. Jackie, thank you very kindly for your donations. Much appreciated. I always have problems getting a card to jump out when I practice tarot or oracle. Jackie, so, yeah, and obviously, like, you can see sometimes I have to shuffle for a few minutes before one comes out. The way that I learned this technique from a woman who hosts a Reiki share, and I watched her do it, and she will just sit there with her eyes closed, and she'll shuffle and shuffle. So try that, just to get your fingers used to allowing them to fall out, because it's pretty natural, I mean, at least for me, to want to, like, readjust the deck and stuff. Nicole, thanks for showing up. You're welcome, Nicole. I didn't want to leave you guys stranded today. Helen, it's called channeling, not rambling. I think it's a little bit of both. Alright, guys. So, okay, when I first started, it was the universe making me trust my own intuition and knowing which card is meant to appear. I like it. I like it, yes. Whose lady you watched? Are you talking about where I learned to do this? It's just a woman who runs a Reiki share in Lake Geneva. Her name's Nancy. But yeah, I watched her when she pulls cards at the end of our shares. Alright, guys, today. Oh, I didn't even show you what deck we're working with. Today I was very called to the Gateway of Light Oracle activation. And this was just to find our light throughout the changes happening this weekend. Yeah, just to find how can we use our light, how can we find our light when everything is changing and shifting. Oh, I like that, Katie. I have tingles in my arms now thinking this card is how we can take action. Ash, yes, thank you for the session. For some reason I've been looking for your session the last 2 days. Yeah, some days some weeks I'm here on Wednesday, but I was out of town this week. Alright, guys. The card is the Lemurian Seed Codes. This card is about embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, and living with grace. Lemuria was a civilization that was in the middle of the Pacific Ocean in ancient times. The inhabitants of this sacred land lived in complete harmony with nature and had a connection with every living being, similar to the movie Avatar. Their inner vision was fully activated to the point where it was thought that their pineal gland was fully developed and they could see for hundreds of miles in every direction, similar to the way of sonar of dolphins and whales. The majority operated from their heart space, honoring one another and nature, so much so that when their civilization came to an end through a cataclysmic event, most likely the plates of the earth shifting, causing volcanic eruptions and a tsunami, most of them ascended. It is said that these highly attuned beings knew that their civilization would end and decided to send healing waves into another part of the world for future civilizations to benefit from. I got chills from that sentence. They telepathically channeled their frequencies into a thought form that would become crystals that would be found thousands, possibly millions of years later. These Lemurian seeds are a type of quartz crystal mostly found in Brazil and Colombia. They are powerful crystals with striations similar to barcodes engraved on their faces. They have a feminine, receptive energy that is said to help us step into a more feminine way of being in order to help the evolution of the species. You are a highly sensitive being. You might feel that this is a curse, but this card is here to let you know that it is a gift. It indicates that you have spent lifetimes upon lifetimes living with a giant shield up to stop the world seeing the real you. But you are a highly unique soul with incredible gifts that are worth sharing. Through embracing your uniqueness, you can help many others embrace their own. This lifetime is a more graceful existence with less defense and more trust. It's not about protecting yourself, but stepping into the space of surrender and revealing your true self. Let me know what you guys got out of that card, but the message that came through strongly to me was from that beginning part when it was describing how the Lemurians knew that their civilization was coming to an end. They felt a death upon them, and they turned to their inner light bodies, they turned to the highest version of themselves, and they sent their healing energy to these Lemurian seed crystals, right? So what I'm getting from this card is we know that we're shifting into all this Scorpio energy. We know that dying off the old parts of ourselves that are no longer serving us is the way to ascend into the highest version of ourselves. So take the energy that you have now and use it to help your community. Use it to help those in your family, your close friends, people who directly impact your life. Your healing is my healing, right? The more you help others, the more you internally help yourself. I have a couple of these Lemurian crystals. They're packed away though. I took them on vacation with me. They're normally right here with me, but I was gonna show them to you, but they're still packed away. Oh, and Doug just recently got a Lemurian seed quartz. I love it. I love it. So, Doug, how are you going to share your healing with those around you? Katie, wow, I just had a dream that a tsunami was coming 2 days ago. Interesting. That could be a metaphorical tsunami. That could be because, I mean, Scorpio is a water sign. So there you go. The waters are coming to turn stuff up in you, to wash away some emotions, wash away some mental patterns that are no longer serving you. I love that, Katie. Miriam is Colombian. I wonder if you may have stumbled across, if you've ever been to Colombia, if you've stumbled across these Lemurian seed crystals. I love it. My first, when I was in high school, but like my first true love, he was Colombian. I wonder if I was attracted to the Lemurianness. Ash says transformation time. Yeah, 100%. How you guys feeling? Are you ready? Are you ready to shed what no longer serves you? This is an interesting time to have this solar eclipse. I feel like this is such a time of shedding and releasing, which is normally what we do on full moons, but it's coming so strong. The Scorpio energy is just like screaming, at least at me, to let go of stuff and allow yourself to dive down into the taboo, dive down into the secrets that I've been hiding from myself, right? Or even to dive into some secrets of just like our existence. When we are in eclipse season, the changes that come from the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse, they they're giant. Like, they're huge shifts. They're usually things that you can look back on years ago and remember around that time. Oh, that's right, something changed around this time and it affected me for 6 months, a year after that. So the energies of the eclipse can be felt for about a month beforehand. So we have been in eclipse season for the last like three and a half weeks. And whatever shifts happen around this time will last with us for a while. Tony, I'm getting so much synchronicity. I just got my first real tarot deck last night after spending some time with it. I felt it wanted the Lemurian crystals I have to sit with them. Oh my goodness. I love it. Synchronicities are just the universe communicating with us, letting us know that we're on the right path. If you're experiencing a lot of synchronicities, I would just encourage you to keep raising your vibration, keep connecting, keep listening. Because yeah, you're feeling the synchronicities because you're listening. I love it, and it seems like lots of us are accumulating Lemurian crystals. Hi, Laura. Feeling the tsunami. I love it. I love that energy, though. I fully embrace just washing it all away, right? It just feels so good, so freeing. Just let go. Let go. Jacqui, soul falls in line with the call to serve I heard this week, along with growing interest in crystals. I love it, Jacqui. Kim agrees, yes. Miriam, I love that we are healing together. Me too. Me too. I love that you guys spend this time here with me. Katie says, nervous energy, time to go inwards. Laura says she's feeling that too. What are you nervous about? All of these what ifs that come, why is it that we always think, what if everything goes wrong? What if it's terrible? Why is it that we never think, what if this is the greatest thing that ever happened to me? What if this is going to be the key to my enlightenment, right? The key to everything that I've ever needed. You don't know that until it happens. And 99% of the time, if you're not focused on how afraid you are, things turn out for the better. I don't know how to say it more than that. That's just how it is. I feel like that's just a fact of life. Okay, I had a massive breakthrough during the middle of the night last night, and I am so excited to finally have some steps to start climbing toward my long-term goal of a physical shop and healing center. That's so exciting. Did you have like a download in the middle of the night? Because I love when those happen. Has anyone else been feeling that kind of energy? I actually, thanks for bringing that up, because I was going to mention, while I was out this week, I spent 3 nights in a hotel room. So I don't know if it was because I was in a different energy, but the dreams that I had these last 3 nights, well, not last night because I was home, but I had, like, how do I even put it? It was like they were like missions, but it wasn't a full storyline dream. It was just an energy of the sleep, if that makes sense. Like, the first night that I was there, I don't know what, oh wow, I just had a click moment. The first night that I was there, I don't know what it was, but I knew that throughout my sleep I was working with the energy of Mars and Pluto, which I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Mars is the ancient ruler of Scorpio. Pluto is the traditional, or the modern ruler of Scorpio. So yeah, I was already feeling into the Scorpio energy, I guess. But it was like in my dream, like I had made some choices, maybe on another plane or in another reality, but it was Mars Scorpio energy. And then the other 2 nights, I don't specifically remember, but it was the same idea. I would wake up and I'd be like, well, I was dreaming with this energy, but I don't remember the dream. But they were, yeah, it was download-esque, but not. It was a different way of downloading, I guess. But I'm just curious if you guys have had it. It's almost like a synchronicity. Like, I know that they're like messages. I just don't know what to do with them yet. Katie's given some props to Kay. Yeah, that would be so exciting, opening your own shop. And when you get those messages, it's just like, oh, yes, thank you. It's like so easy, right? When you learn to listen and you take yourself out of the fear, it's so easy to just accept and receive. Laura, I really don't like it. It's a bit disturbing for me. I love peace. Yes, Laura talking about the tsunami. It is a bit disturbing. I also love peace. And your... Ooh, that was beautiful. That was good timing. That chanting back there. Um, you choose to keep your peace all of the time. It's a practice and it's difficult, but peace is my number one favorite thing. And when everything does start to hit the fan, when everything around me is melting and is swirling around in the tsunami, I know how to find my place. I know how to... It's just a reliance. It's like a surrender. Surrender brings me peace. Knowing that the universe is supporting me and just trusting that everything that is swirling around is happening for my highest good. That's what brings me back to my center. That's what brings me back to my peace. All right, guys, I'm just going to read these last few comments, and my throat's killing me, so I got to get going. Christine says, same with the nerves. My daughter's wedding is coming up on November 6th. Happy stress and nerves. I haven't been sleeping well. Are you excited for the wedding? Happy stress and nerves, yeah, okay. Everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna... There's always that one thing that goes wrong at your wedding. Right? And I can imagine you want your daughter's wedding to be absolutely perfect. I think everything went the wrong way at my wedding, but it was still the best day of my life. Helen says, meditate on that energy, Jackie. You'll get the info. I trust. I know. Thank you, Helen. Wade, if I understand, things are as they are. If I don't understand, things are as they are. Absolutely, Wade. Yes. And that's a coffee thought. Christine, some relatives make me nervous. Watch the dance. Watch the dance. Everything will unfold the way that it's supposed to get unfolded. Everything will unfold the way it's supposed to unfold. Laura, I was married last summer, so before I even started on Insight Timer. So all you've ever known is a married Jackie. Kay, if you have honey, a spoonful of that helps a bunch. Thank you, Kay. That crossed my mind this morning. So I also was just reading about baking soda water. Just drinking a glass of water with half a teaspoon of baking soda in it. That happened to come up while I was on vacation. And that's going to be my new daily thing. So I did that when I got home last night. I did that again this morning. I took some apple cider vinegar both days so far. Honey is on my list. I'll see if I can get to the store, get some chicken bone broth. That was a good suggestion. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you for your loving energy. Thanks for hanging out with me while I'm all stuffy and crusty. Thank you, Christine, for your donation. Very, very much appreciated. Honey with apple cider vinegar, Jackie. Tablespoon of each with 8 ounces of cool or warm water. I love all of my extra moms in this group. All right, everyone. Time for me to go rest. Have a wonderful weekend. I will be back on Monday at 8:15 Central, the same time as today. And yeah, don't expect. Just flow with it. And when things do seem to feel different, just look at the sky and remember what we talked about. And you can always rewatch these on YouTube. Namaste. Thank you for understanding about the short reading and the lack of energy healing. Love to all.